The last time these two sides met, Maury Donor got things going in the 71st minute with a goal to give Detroit City a 1-0 advantage. However, that lead would be short-lived for Detroit City SC as Juan Obregon would put Westchester SC equal with this shot past Carlos Saldana to make it a 1-1 game. A penalty would occur, though, in the 86th minute where Jaceel Cedeno would connect and Detroit City would come away with a 3-1 victory in the Open Cup. It's Jagermeister Round 4 play today on Soccer Night in Detroit.
So the rain has got us inside the Painted Lady today for our little pregame show for the Jagermeister Cup. Now we reached the stage. Now we have to move on from all the stuff that went on Tuesday.
Yes, I know. And we did a separate video. We spent 30 minutes on it. So if you want to see the video after you see that preview, click on it right here.
Many of you have, and thank you for that.
Thank you very much. Over 100, one of the most viewed shows we did.
Yes, very, very much so.
And we thank you for it.
Yep, and we start off with some breaking news.
Awooga, breaking news. Awooga, breaking news.
According to the majors, and I'm going to go to Blue Sky too because a lot of this was shared on Blue Sky. Might have some more breaking news there.
Awooga?
Might have some, but
more awooga.
But according to the majors,
yes.
Detroit has acquired Kobe Hernandez Foster from the Las Vegas Lights. Now, okay, if you're looking at the FOT mob, it says Birmingham Legion. Here's the deal there.
All right.
According to, let's see, according to sources, in fact, we'll just look at the in-app here. Let's see here. But, they acquired Kobe Hernandez Foster within hours of him being transferred over to the Las Vegas Lights for Malik Howell.
Yes.
But here it is. Credit the majors Detroit for this.
The kicker.
Yeah. Within hours of being transferred to from the Birmingham Legion to the Las Vegas Lights for Malik Howell and an undisclosed fee, Detroit City has acquired Hernandez Foster from Vegas, while the Lights will retain his sell on clause.
Oh, okay.
Apparently. Yeah, I don't know. Does it sound like a loan or something like that? That we're not sure.
This is the first time I've heard a player transfer not once but twice on the same day.
Apparently, the guy that wanted to come back wanted to stay in the East, so that's what the deal is there. So, more information here. 23-year-old left back forward has appeared in 36 matches for the Legion last year, scoring 3 goals while tallying 6 assists. This season, he's appeared in 18 matches, securing 1 assist. Again, his youth career with LA Galaxy under 16-17 back in 2017-18 before heading off to Wolfsburg to play on their under-19 squad.
And he found his way back to the under-17 team. Wow.
He stuck with the Galaxy system to begin his senior career with Los Dos.
Yeah, we were still in the championship back then.
Yep, and then he ended up, making it into the Birmingham Legion system where he's been playing the last couple of years. According to sources, acquiring Hernandez Foster has been something Detroit City SC has been working on for some time now. So it'll be interesting to see if he's able to provide much needed spark to a DCFC side who have been struggling on pitch since the beginning of May.
Yeah, we should know.
Yeah, and defensive midfielder.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've been having problems on the midfield side of the
Yeah.
ball, or on the midfield for Detroit City, and at this point, who knows what's going to happen from here?
I don't
know if he's available for selection today. That hasn't been released.
Maybe not. Who knows?
Right. So
Remember, he was.
This is all, and credit to Majors Detroit, Adam Hernandez, all those guys over there for breaking that story today.
Ridiculous question. Why did the Birmingham Legion, his club that they transferred to, didn't transfer directly to Detroit?
Because
and then
I
the
think
workaround from Birmingham, Vegas to Detroit.
my assumption, and I'm missing. You know how they say, don't don't assume.
Okay.
My assumption is it's probably a loan. I would figure a loan deal. He might have wanted to come back east, but according to this report from according to the report from the Majors, the Lights will retain sell on his clause. So that's why I'm thinking it's probably a loan at this point. So, and like I said, the guy wanted to come back east, so they did the initial deal last night, or yesterday, or whatever it was. They did the initial deal. Nicholas Murray, by the way, released that on Fight Mob.
Yeah.
There, of course, Detroit City has not. Had not
Done well.
Yeah, well, no, had not. But let's see, we'll go with Nicholas. I'm trying to find Nicholas Murray's.
Yeah.
Well, not the stats, but the news there. That probably is on Twitter.
Probably so.
Yeah,
Evil Twitter.
We'll go back to Nicholas Murray did release that information on Twitter.
Yeah.
So now, okay, that's on the following. As we're scrambling on to figure this out here, but Nicholas Murray did release the fact that he was heading to Las Vegas. And at first I thought it was, like I said, at first I thought, we got him from Birmingham Legion, because I was looking at the Fight Mob when you passed the news along to me earlier this afternoon, as far as that goes. Let's see, keep it on going here. It's been about a couple hours since the news broke as far as that goes. But, needless to say, basically it was a one-on-one deal, and then Las Vegas just went ahead and dealt him to Detroit.
Yeah.
And I heard undisclosed fees. Las Vegas retains a clause in his contract. A lot of complications on this whole deal, but like I said, it remains to be seen whether they'll be available on the pitch. We'll find that out when we do we do team news right around 6 o'clock. But needless to say, that was some big news there. And of course, considering the week that we've had.
Oh yeah, the week we had.
With the mutual parting of ways between Trevor James and the club. And we, like I said, right now nobody knows at this point.
No, nobody knows.
As far as that goes. But
Detroit City, my agent don't know.
Yeah, Detroit City is going back on the pitch tonight to take on Westchester SC, a team that they have faced before, mind you, and we showed the highlights of it in the Open Cup back in April.
Yeah.
Detroit City with the victory there, in which probably one of their best performances of the day, despite giving up a goal in the 76th minute to one overtime.
You're right.
And 54% possession.
Yep.
24 total shots, 4 of them on target.
I know, they literally pepper Westchester
And like I said, and I mentioned at the top of the program, Maury Dorner was with the team. He scored a goal in that one.
Yeah,
He's
the
no
first
longer
goal.
with us.
He's no longer with us. He
Yeah,
was transferred to Oakland.
Yes, he was transferred to Oakland.
J.O. Tadea scored a penalty kick in the 85th minute, and Darren Smith scored a goal at the 4 minutes of extra time after full match. So,
but
that was that.
Yeah, dominating performance back then for Detroit City FC. As I mentioned, 24 total shots, 11 off target, 4 on target, and all the way around the board. A great game for Detroit City FC in the first game of the Open Cup, and the first time these two teams met each other.
Yes.
Westchester hasn't gotten better ever since then. They're sitting.
No,
they have not.
No, they're sitting in next to dead last, tied with South Georgia Tomena with 15 points. one spot above Union Omaha with 14.
Union Omaha, and that's the team that Pato Patella, friend of the show, is on.
Yeah.
As well. I think they came away with a victory in Jagermeister Cup play earlier in the week as well. So.
I know, yeah. Considering that this is the very last group stage, we're sitting on 5 points in third place or fourth place, whatever, because Portland Hearts Line won in a shootout period. Was it 3-2? Wait a minute. I have to look at the table. Sorry.
Yeah.
Brother.
Yeah. Right now, El Clamaco is going to be going on tonight, same time as we are.
Yeah.
And that's for the top of the division there. They played to a 0-0 draw last week on national television on CBS.
Yeah.
And
the El Clamaco JG Cup version, and this is key. If Hartford lose to Rhode Island FC and we win in regulation, get the keyword regulation, we may have a chance, but the chances are
the mathematics and the
slim to none.
Yeah,
slim to none. And Slim is just packed his bag and about to leave the building.
Yeah. Let me go back to Westchester SC for a minute there. As you mentioned, 13th on the table right now. 2-6-6 is their record right now in USL League One.
Yeah.
Goals conceded per match, 2.14. Goals per match, 1.5. A little bit more than Detroit City. I mentioned what I was being generous the other day on the musings about them almost 2 goals. They're down to 1.18 goals per match.
Westchester United?
No,
us. Okay.
Us.
Oh, sorry.
We conceded 1.29 goals per
Oh
match.
my
So,
God. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
You know, I mean, losing the games that we've had thus far, I mean, they haven't been really big blowouts. But you know, when you look at it, you know, when you look inside the stats and all that stuff, you see where Detroit hasn't been dominating with the ball, and you know, with the possession arrow, the shots have been few and far between. But they're going to need if you're talking trying to make the knockout stages of this competition, they're going to have to come out with a ball-busting performance this season.
Guns blazing.
Yeah, they're going to have to. However, we're looking at this now with the news of Trevor leaving the club.
Right.
Them looking for a new sporting director and all that stuff. Danny Dicchio. Let me mention this right off the bat.
All right.
Contract ends at the end of the year for Danny Dicchio.
Yeah.
And when we're talking about, you know, letting go a sporting director, aka general manager, whatnot, this has happened before in Detroit sports.
Yeah.
As recently as maybe a few years back when Bob Quinn took over the
Detroit Lions.
Yeah, he took over.
Then general manager of the Detroit Lions.
He became general manager of the Detroit Lions. Jim Caldwell was still retained as head coach.
Yes, and he brought them to some playoffs, although there were early exits. And he was great. They missed the playoffs,
but the caveat there was, okay, they had a 9-7 season prior to that.
Yes.
They had a 9-7 season his first year under Bob Quinn. Bob Quinn fires him. Next thing you know, Matt Patricia comes in, and all hell broke loose after that.
Tell me how that worked out.
Not so well.
No.
Not so well.
No.
But
we got a
let's talk
right.
This is not unprecedented.
No, you're not.
It's not normal, but it's not unprecedented that the sporting director gets let go and the coach stays. So this is not unprecedented.
Okay.
It has happened in professional sports many a times. It probably happened in the soccer world many a times too.
You're right.
But you don't. The thing is, you don't want to disrupt the. Shall we say, the nuance or the rhythm of the team going on this far. Because if you end up blowing everybody out, and everybody's going to be like, the players are going to be like, now what? What are we going to do here? But for today, you know, I mean, I'm sure they took the news hard about Trevor leaving.
Yeah.
And as professional players, you got to go out there and overcome that stuff, and you know, play your own game, and you know, go out there and do that. This is a good opportunity for them to do that. grant you, yes, there is still stuff. There's still, shall we say, stuff to be done. I mean, there's still, or not stuff to be, stuff to play for here. They still have a chance of making it into the knockout stage in this competition. However,
It's a plum to not chance.
however, on the other hand, you're going into the last portion of the season coming up.
Coming up, the rush to the playoffs.
Yeah, you're coming up to the last portion of the season. For Detroit City, this might be one of those games in which you could say this could be a
Springboard.
a schedule friendly.
Yeah, the schedule friendly, yeah. Considering that I mentioned that our chances of making the knockout third is slim to none. You know what I mean? And yes, you have to dominate the will of Westchester, who is not a good team. We saw
Other than Obregon, and let's look at just look at their players. I mean, Prince Sadie's on their club. He's got a 6.8. Probably one of the Milanos, and Prince Sadie, who's been well traveled himself, he was with the Charleston Battery last year. It comes to Westchester FC this year. Yeah. He was with Rhode Island FC for a few games last year.
Cup of coffee.
Yeah, and then before he got dealt to Charleston Battery. Previously, he was with the Hartford Athletic and Phoenix Rising and Miami FC. So as far as players, I mean, they got some players on there. However,
including Obregon, who has 9 goals this year, and this is kind of weird for a last place team. He's one of the top goal scorers.
9 goals in all competitions.
All competitions, yeah.
Oh, okay. He's got 2. Okay, 9 goals in the league.
In the league, yeah. That's kind of weird.
2 in the cup. So
that's kind of
11
weird.
goals. So
that's kind of weird that he's in the top 4, although the team is in near dead last place. Oh my.
Yeah, and they're in a little bit of a group there with Union Omaha, South Georgia Tormenta in the bottom of the table, shall we say, of play in the in USL League One. However, the Jagermeister Cup, it hasn't been great for them. This is basically a tune-up game for them as well as they go back into league play.
They did not meet their other League One compadre during this group, Portland Heart the Blind. They played everyone championship.
And they just beat Pittsburgh last night in a penalty shootout.
You're right. Yeah.
Right,
yeah, but that was a dead rubber match because they're both been eliminated.
Yeah, pretty much. But,
I believe so.
Yep. So I mean, like I said, this is a club that's been hovering around the bottom, and we've known of the recent past of Detroit City playing down to their competition, shall we say. Bad performance against Hartford, bad performance against Oakland. Both teams very well near the bottom of the standings in their respective conferences
and we didn't beat them. We didn't beat them in Oakland. We didn't beat them here in Hartford.
Yeah, and it's just the fact that Detroit's got to step up. They got to say, okay, all right, the players have got to get together. And grant you, I know about the injuries. I know about Stephen Carroll. I know about Reese Williams. Thankfully, he came back to the lineup last week. I know about who else? Jordan Adebayo Smith. His injury as well. I mean, grant you got players, but the players need to step up as well. When Danny and I talked last week,
I was there on the sideline.
He was. I wouldn't say a call out too much, but he would really like to see more production out of Darren Smith, who has been pretty much been silenced over the last month and a half.
You're right. His last goal was during the JD Cup in Portland, a goal in a losing effort. But and also I mentioned Indianapolis. That was his last league goal. He hasn't scored in almost 2.5 months.
Yeah. And I think it's a lot to do with the fact that the goal production and stuff like that. Who knows what's going to happen with the trade we went, or with the deal that we mentioned at the top of the show. How that's going to affect the overall vibe, overall vibe and overall flow going forward. So it remains to be seen. But right now, I mean, Detroit has been struggling as far as their form as of late. As you know,
Not good.
Draw against Pittsburgh. As I mentioned, the 2 losses. And then a draw against Hartford Athletic, which ended up being a win for them in a way because they won. It was the Yager Cup. Their last win was a 2-0 victory against the Miami FC at Keyworth Stadium.
I know.
So the form has not been all that great right now.
It's not been fun.
You know, Darren Smith. I mean, he's scored 2 goals in this competition thus far. But Matthew Shelton is tied with Matthew Sheldon for the top spot in the Jagermeister.
Speaking of Matthew Shelton, he released his Becoming Elite video on that 2-goal performance. I saw the whole thing. It's a half hour. You got to look at it. It's very good. Like I said, if he ever hang up the cleats, he would be an excellent color commentator.
We'll welcome you to be an analyst on Soccer Night in Detroit should you hang up the cleats.
Okay.
Just the open invite, you know.
Open
invite.
invite.
It doesn't pay much, but
No,
I don't think it pays
we do it for free. We do it for free, by the way. But his analysis.
I would love to hear his analysis of should he hang up the cleats. That'd be amazing. Right? But yeah, I mean, you look at here's an interesting stat.
Okay, what the interesting stat?
Here's an interesting stat. I just saw this on podcast. So, coach winning percentage. It lists Trevor James and it lists Danny Geekiel, and it also goes back to the Nisa days.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yes. So 2021, 60% clip, 2.1 points per game. 2021 in the abbreviated season, 78%, 2.5 points per clip. Then 41% when you get in the championship, 32 in 2023. Geekiel comes in, it was a 44%. And then you look at first in 2025, it was 67. Dropped down to a 29% in the last couple months.
1.2 a draw game.
1.2 points,
a draw game.
It's dropped down.
Oh my!
And a lot of it, like I said, there's been, who knows, there's been turmoil in the office or whatever it is.
Or the locker room.
Or the locker room. We don't know this.
No, yeah.
But the thing is here, Detroit City's got to get back to, let's just say where they were earlier in the year, where they were beating opponents and everything was going good, the flow was going good, the vibes were positive and all that. Yeah, you had your setbacks, but you attribute it back to probably, let's say the game against Indy 11 where you dropped 2 goals.
Yeah.
In horrible fashion, by the way.
Very horrible fashion.
In horrible fashion, by the way. Follow that up with a horrendous performance in the Open Cup, and then it just steamrolled throughout the summer thus far. And this is a chance for Detroit City to get right in this game. And I have that, like I said, it's a scheduled friendly at this point because in spite of all the scenarios that could happen, this could end up being, like I said, this could just be a friendly and a tune-up game for the next couple months, and they are an important couple months for them to stay in the playoff race.
Speaking of which, and thinking that it's sort of like a slim chance or dead rubber, I've been asking myself the woulda, coulda, shoulda. If they have been better against Portland, Hearts and Pine, if they would have scored earlier against Hartford United, would have been better. But
if things would have been better, if we would have beaten Portland Hearts and Pine, we would be in a situation right now where we would be discussing possibilities of, hey, we get these 3 points. We could be very much a wild card team at that point.
And not only
but
that,
now that Portland Hearts and Pine game threw it out the window entirely.
And by the way, the late goal was just hoping to set up in regulation time, but then
they come back and score the other one. So it's
and don't forget that ended up in a shootout win, not a regulation win.
Yeah.
And you only get 2 points than 1 point. You know what I mean? So.
So,
And by the way, the Portland Heart of Pine was done in a big-time home stadium because it was their first game at their home field. So.
one of the first games at their home field, and that was a huge,
it was a huge big deal in Portland.
It was a huge big deal. But for Detroit City to come away with the victory today, they gotta step up, show up. Let's get this thing done.
Yeah.
All right, getting down to the point where we got to do our pick.
I know.
Of this game.
Before we get to the pick, now that we have seen the entire Jagermeister Cup, this is a great competition to Jagermeister Cup.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
I like the format. It's going to be bigger next year, more teams next year,
and
because obviously with the more teams coming into
League
USL League One,
and
there's going to be more teams coming into the championship as well.
And I would not be surprised if we have the setup of 8 teams where there will be no wild cards. It's just winners of the group. Hey, you're in the club.
Yeah, I would like to see just 8 groups in there, because that the wild card thing's got a little bit of a weird scenario in there.
And then after the ridiculous selections of the team last week before the body was even told, I know. But it was really great to see the teams who have been struggling this year be great. Hartford Athletics, who is in second place, they're not having a great season. They're second place in the group. Trying to get in.
Yeah.
Indy 11, middle of the pack. Birmingham Lincoln,
middle of the pack.
They're doing great in their
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay is having one of their worst seasons in their league history since USC. Hey, they're almost near the top in Group 6.
Yeah, they could have a spot in this Final 8 or whatever.
Loudon United has been kind of sinking. They have a lead.
They're an injury to Abdi Adekora. As of late. So that's not a good thing for Loudon.
And Cal Jennings, who's also had the goal league with 11, he also had a little injury there.
Yeah,
and Charleston Battery is still up at the top of the pile. They're dead last and eliminated.
Charleston's got a lot of firepower going for them right now. So
you're right.
That's why they're the top 2 in the Eastern Conference.
And by the way, this competition showing that, okay, you're supposed to be good as you are. Prove it.
Yeah.
Some of the staff saying they have right to the gate, and some of the top teams, not
so much.
No.
So
it's a great competition.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great competition. It's a great chance to see the lower leagues or the lower league facing the upper league in a little bit of a competition to see. Would I like to see League 2 teams more of a factor in this tournament? Absolutely. But but for the most part, it's been a great competition.
And by the way, if we do not make the wild card, hey, still support it. It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's fun.
It's fun. All right,
let's go to the prediction.
Let's go to the prediction here, because obviously we're looking at it here. How do you see it?
How do I see it? I'm going to say it's going to be a 4-0 win.
Yeah, I think that Detroit's going to finally get the gear going.
Probably go. Westchester United are near dead last. They haven't won a game in the entire competition. Mostly good championship teams. You know what I mean? So I'm going to say.
Do me a favor.
Okay.
Detroit.
All right.
Show that you actually care about your supporters, about the people following this club and all that stuff after a very tumultuous week.
I know.
Show it out there on the pitch.
And I have seen
I'm going to say 3-0
You're right.
for Detroit City.
All right. Tempting down expectations. Okay.
Yeah. Tempting down. I'm tempted because of the fact that they haven't really shown it.
No.
To be honest.
And by the way, if you saw social media, the Norton Guard, instead of the Happy MF Match Day, they put the whole sign upside down. Oh my!
And you notice their profile is all in black.
Oh my!
Yeah, tells you how times are bleak right here in Hamtramck and in Detroit City.
And I listened to Tunnel Talk, and dude, oh my! I don't want to say you're truly angry mob, but yeah, it's a desperate. It's a huge, truly angry mob situation.
Very much so.
I know.
But if Detroit's going to get back the trust and the support of the fans, they have to come up with a big outing today. Treat this like an exhibition. Do what you need to do. Get the win. Let the chips fall where they may. That's why I said 3, but I highly doubt it.
And if this is a dead rubber exhibition match, escape with no injury. For the love of Godot.
Right. We don't need. We
Just
don't
like
need,
the exhibition season
Yeah,
with the
we don't-
Lions coming up.
We don't need any more
No.
injuries at this
Nope.
point.
Nope.
Where can they see this game?
It's on national TV again. You can watch it 7 o'clock on ESPN2. Or if you don't have cable and if you subscribe to ESPN Plus, it's on ESPN Plus right there.
Yeah, there it is.
Yes.
All right. So no mics today. Hopefully we can get something going after the match. Obviously.
Well, we're
talking. Like, we'll have something before the match.
We're talking aloud, and oh, by the way, I forgot about one thing. This Coke cherry cola. I know, not black cherry. It's a little dark.
It's a little dark.
I know.
Let's brighten the light up a little bit tonight.
Shine a light on me, man.
Yeah, let's brighten the light. It's a little dark, but like I said, right now, hopefully Detroit City can shine a light.
It's not black cherry. I apologize. I was going to get another one, the new flavor, but I couldn't find it nearby. So here it is.
Yeah, hopefully they can shine a light on
Okay.
whatever it is they've been, faced with in the last couple months, and especially in the last week. After hours, of course, as always, following the match as well. Thank you to all those that tuned into Musings earlier this week, setting a record there.
Yes, most of viewing because of the
Like,
situation.
subscribe,
Yeah.
the whole 9
Like,
yards.
subscribe,
Yeah.
all 9 yards, watch the whole thing.
Yep.
I watch the
Yep.
preview, and we do good on
Yeah,
that show.
so
Yeah.
we will see you after the match. Until then, folks, keep your feet on the ground. Keep reaching for the galaxy.